It's going to be an amazing 2 months. We might not even need the 2 months, folks, to be honest, all right?
Donald Trump takes another win, giving him 3 states and Ted Cruz 1. Will this narrow the GOP field into a 2-person race, or are we in it for the long haul? Our political panel here to weigh in: GOP strategist and former White House spokesperson for George W. Bush, Mercedes Schlapp, and Democratic strategist Chuck Rocha. Thank you both for joining us this morning.
Morning, Heather.
What a night. Mercedes, I'll start with you. The obvious question, in for the long haul, or will this become a 2-person race?
Well, in for the long haul. I think for Senator Ted Cruz, despite the fact that he's probably going to end up with the 3rd place finish in Nevada, which is very disappointing for him, but really it was not a natural fit for Ted Cruz. He's looking at March 1st through March 15th, where we have all these southern states that are at play. His home state of Texas, right now he's up ahead in the polls. He can stay in the race. He's got the money to stay in the race. He's looking for some stronger finishes in the southern states. The question will be, I mean, Trump is just dominating it's Cruz's base with the evangelical Christians. Cruz is going to need to figure out a way to broaden his coalition. So it will continue to be a 3-man race at least through March 15th.
Yeah, Chuck, you know, Trump winning the evangelical vote, there in Nevada winning the Hispanic vote, I think by like 45%. What do you think? I mean, is this just going to continue for months to come?
Look, I think by the numbers, it's over already. I think that the rest of the candidates are like small children standing by the railroad track just throwing rocks as a train as it goes on by. There's nothing you can do about it, but just kind of watch it go by. Everybody's been trying to figure out what to do, and as a political consultant, they've been taking on each other while Donald just continues to roll. At the end of the day, once we get through March, and we get through March 15th, the numbers begin to roll up. Yes, Ted Cruz, like Mercedes said, could win Texas, but Donald Trump will win most of the other states, and it also becomes a money game. Rubio will probably get a lot of the money that Bush was getting and some of those donations, but it literally may be too late because the calendar just happens too fast. I think that's where we are today.
And Mercedes, I wanted to talk a little bit more about that, about Bush supporters specifically, and the money and where it's going, where it went. You know, this race too close to call for 2nd spot in Nevada. Does that tell you that the Bush supporters really split, or is this what you expected to happen?
Well, I think for the Bush supporters, you've seen, for example, in Florida, the Hispanic congressional Republicans are now shifted from Bush to Rubio. I think you are going to see a shift from the Jeb donors over to Rubio in a cautiously slow way. Remember, there's bad blood between Bush and Rubio right now, and that battle that occurred there. So, and I think for the Jeb Bush supporters, while Rubio is a natural place for them to go, I think that there's some hurt feelings, and it's going to take some time, and it's going to take Marco Rubio to come together with Jeb Bush and make peace and see if that helps to bring the Bush supporters over.
Make peace and cautiously slow, Chuck. Do you think either one of those things can happen in a political campaign?
Well, I think that there's lots of things that could happen, and I think lots of things will happen at the debate. Right now, they're all going to be focused on how do they take this guy down, that train that just keeps on going by, and no matter how many rocks they throw at it. So I think you're going to see at a certain point, the political consultants have to know what I know, and they need to go big. They need to go after him big. They know he's thin-skinned, and they just have to continue to be on the attack, because if you don't take down the king, you can never be the king.
Yeah. Or does the establishment just need to jump on board and start supporting him? We'll see what happens as we continue down the tracks. Thank you both for joining us. Appreciate it. Chuck, Mercedes, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.